Hey there, quirky people! The new trailer for Spider-Man No Way Home just blew our minds. It didn't have Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield Spider-Man, or even Matt Murdock, but it did have plenty of everything else. We got to know the schematics of the narrative that this film is going to follow in a much better way. And most importantly, we got to see at least 6 Spider-Man villains that are coming to the MCU from different universes. Yes, I know you think there are 5, but we also get to see another Goblin besides William Dafoe's Green Goblin. His getup and glider looked a whole lot like James Franco's Harry Osborn, but since Franco's controversies got him kicked out of Hollywood like Armie Hammer, I highly doubt that he returned in No Way Home. So, this could either be Dane DeHaan's Harry Osborn dressed more like Raimi's version of Little Goblin, or maybe it could be James Franco's brother Dave Franco, since he looks quite a bit like his brother. This was just an out-of-the-blue theory I had, so I thought I'd put it in the video. Anyway, let's move on to the main part. Doctor Strange confirmed that all these villains are appearing from different universes, and Peter is supposed to help him catch all of them. They've all been deviated from their natural paths, and they now have to be sent back. Strange reveals that all these villains are destined to die fighting Spider-Man in their respective universes.
What do you mean?
They all die fighting Spider-Man. It's their fate.
This seems like a bit of a plot hole, since all of them don't really die in Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield stories. But I'll try and come up with an explanation for that in a separate video. For now, let's talk about what happens next. While helping out Strange, Peter changes his mind as soon as he hears that all these villains are supposed to die, and he snatches that mystery box right out of Doctor Strange's hands. For those who don't know, this mystery box is said to be a prison for those multidimensional villains. It might even be carrying villains like Lizard, Sandman, and a couple others already. But why does Peter Parker actually try to help these villains out? I mean, they're all bad guys, and Doctor Strange is probably trying to do the right thing by sending them back. He is trying to fix the multiversal chaos that was created when the mind-wiping spell was botched up by Peter. So why is Peter willing to go up against Strange, who is clearly much stronger than him? Just look at the shot right here. Do you see what's happening? Peter shot a web to escape with the mystery box, and Strange opened a portal right in front of him. Then he opened another portal behind Peter, and Peter's web actually caught his own leg. Doctor Strange caught Spider-Man in his own web, and that's just wicked. To follow that, he pulls Spidey towards him, takes the mystery box back, and knocks his astral form out of his body like the true Sorcerer Supreme. The whole battle between Spider-Man and Strange is going to be visually stunning, and I just can't wait to watch it. Coming back to the topic, Peter's motivations behind helping these villains is the fact that he knows how they are doomed. Right before these events, he was framed by Mysterio.
Spider-Man's name is Peter Parker. What the f***?
He goes through an entire legal battle where the entire world thinks of him as a murderer. He knows what it feels like to be called the villain despite being innocent. And he knows that everyone deserves a second chance. In his heart, he is a good person who doesn't believe in killing as an option. Unless he's battling some mindless outriders who are trying to kill him.
I got this! Oh, I got this! Okay, I don't got this! Help! Somebody help!
Hey, Queens. Heads up.
Anyway, he even tried to save Adrian Toomes from dying. And in the same way, he is also trying to save the other multiversal villains who are supposed to die if they are sent back. We also saw Peter and his friends speaking to Doc Ock, so maybe he or someone like Norman Osborn could manipulate Peter. That could also add to the reasoning of why he decides to help the villains, even if it means that he has to go against a friend. But ultimately, the battle between Strange and Peter might actually release villains like Lizard, Sandman, and probably even Electro from the mystery box. And when those bad guys get unleashed, they'll wreak havoc in the MCU. Their possible motivation should also be that they don't want to go back after getting the second chance at survival. They'd want to stay and fight in the MCU instead. But because they're trying to manipulate Peter, he would probably see that he was wrong in trying to help them. And when they'd start destroying everything in their path, Peter will once again team up with Strange. This shot of the Lizard getting kicked by an invisible leg confirms that Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire had been digitally removed from the new trailer. So maybe when those Spider-Men follow the villains of their respective universes into the MCU, They'd also tell Holland's Peter the truth about all those villains. That might also make Peter listen to Strange. This is where Peter would understand how crucial it is for the multiverse to be restored. Ultimately, we would get to see the team of all three Spider-Men against the villains. Meanwhile, Strange would try to prepare for the process of their exit from the MCU. Okay, that's all. What did you think of our analysis? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Give us a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button if you enjoyed the video. And don't forget to check out some more fun content on our channel. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye!